Hello everyone, welcome to Learning Strand 1 Communication Skills in English for Junior High School level. Today we're diving into a new topic. So our objectives for today's lessons are: first, compose clear and coherent sentences using appropriate grammatical structures, pluralizations of regular nouns, tenses of verbs, aspects of verbs, subject-verb agreement, adverbs of intensity, adverbs of frequency, adverbs of manner, adverbs of place and time. Second, write in well-organized, coherent, and grammatically correct paragraphs that talk about oneself, country, and the world. Okay, so all right, everyone, let's get our brains working. So today you will test your word skills with a game activity called jumbled letters. So each of you will receive a piece of paper with jumbled letters. So your task is to rearrange these letters to form a real word. So once you arrange the letters correctly, you will carefully paste your word into the given paper. So let's see who can unscramble the most words in the shortest amount of time. So I will be giving 5 minutes to finish the activity. So let's start the activity now. Okay, so time's up. So let's check. So this is the correct arrangement of the words. Slowly, completely, outside, recently, usually, and yesterday. Okay, so who got the correct answer? Okay, very good everyone. Good job. Okay, so for the continuation of the activity, kanina ang ginawa ninyo is you rearrange the jumbled letters to form a word. Ngayon naman, read your word carefully and write a definition based on your understanding. So what does this word mean to you? For example, your word is outside. So what does outside mean to you? Based on your comprehension, what is the meaning of the word outside? Then, create a sentence using your word. So make sure it's a clear sentence showing you understand what the word means. So ang gagawin mo, una, basahin at unawain ang salita. Ibigay ang kahulugan, kasunod nito gumawa ng isang pangungusap sa nasabing salita. Pagkatapos, use your creativity skills to draw a picture of the sentence you just wrote. For example, your sentence is, the children are playing outside. So you will draw na ang mga bata ay naglalaro sa labas. So dapat ipakita mo kung anong meron sa loob mismo ng iyong pangungusap. Remember, there is no right or wrong answer when defining words or creating sentences. So 10 minutes for this activity. Your time starts now. Okay, for another activity, who can give me a word that begins with the following letters? Okay, so for example, words that start with the letters D, V, E, A, R, and letter B. Okay, so one word only. For example, words that starts with letter D is dynamic. Okay, how about letter V? Okay, very good. Letter E. Letter A. Okay, very good again. How about letter R? Okay, letter B. Okay, very good. Good job, everyone. Congratulations. And now, based on the given words, who can identify the initials of each word and unscramble them to form the correct sequence? Okay, very good. So that's right. So the correct sequence of the letter is A, D, V, E, R, and B. Okay, so everybody read adverb. Okay, good job everyone. Okay, so what is adverb? Adverb is a part of speech which modifies a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. So, adverbs are words that describe verbs, adjective, or another adverbs, adding informations about how, when, where, or to what extent something happens. So, the use of adverbs in the sentence help us understand actions and qualities more vividly and specifically. Adverbs, it is generally placed immediately before and after the word it modifies. So adverbs are typically positions directly before and after the word they are modifying, ensuring clarity in the relationship between the adverb and the word it describes. So, this placement helps provide a clear and specific description of how the action or quality is being expressed. Okay, so adverbs can come before or after the word they describe. Okay, so let us read the example. I carefully look everywhere. Okay, so as a review, what is a subject? Okay, very good. So a subject is the person or thing acting in a sentence. So it's like the doer of the action. So the subject in the sentence is I. Okay, so what is the verb in the sentence? Okay, very good. Look. Okay, so a verb is an action word that indicates a physical action, a mental action, or a state of being. How did you look? Okay, very good. Carefully. Okay. Where did you look? Okay, very good. Everywhere. Okay, so as we observe, there are two adverbs in the sentence. Carefully and everywhere. So, carefully comes before the verb look and everywhere comes after the verb look. Okay, so in the sentence, I carefully look everywhere. The adverb carefully describes how the actions of looking was performed, and the adverb everywhere indicates the extent or location of the search. So adverbs such as carefully in the sentence have the flexibility to be placed before or after the verb they modify, like look. Okay, so this positioning enables adverbs to provide specific details on the manner or extent of an action, as shown by everywhere following the verb. Okay, so adverbs help provide additional information about the verb, enhancing the clarity and the detail of the action being described. Okay, so adverbs tells us where, when, how often, and how much. In simple words, an adverb is a word that describes verbs. Okay, so an adverb is like a little helper word for verbs telling us when, how, where, or to what extent an action happens. So adverbs add detail and make our descriptions more vivid and interesting. We can add more information to the doing words using different kinds of adverbs. Okay, so adverbs are like extra detail we can add to verbs which are the doing words in a sentence. So they tell us when, where, or to what degree an action happens, making our descriptions more specific. Adverbs are parts of speech and express the manner, time, place, frequency, intensity, and much more about a verb. Okay, so uh, an adverbs are words that add details to verbs describing how, when, where, or to what extent an action happens. They also act as a verb phrase which includes a verb and its dependents. Okay, so They can also be parts of a verb phrase where they work together with the verb and other words to complete action. For example, a man is moving. Okay, so the sentence doesn't give us any information other than that there is a man who is moving. But if we add an adverb here and write, a man is moving briskly. Okay, again, what is the subject in the sentence? Okay, a man. Okay, how about the verb? Okay, moving. Okay, the adverb. Okay, briskly. So it shows that there is a man who is moving fast because maybe he is getting late for work or he has to go early. So in this way, adverbs modify a sentence and make it more informative. So we can say that adverbs describe a sentence or clause. Okay, so let's try this. Example number 1. She sings sweetly. Okay, so first let us identify what is the subject in the sentence. Okay, she, very good. How about the verb? Okay, sings. Now, what is the adverb in the sentence? Okay, very good. Sweetly. Okay, so in this case, sweetly describe how she sings. It tells us the manner in which she sings, which is in a sweet way. Okay, example number 2. The traffic was moving slowly. So in the sentence, the traffic was moving slowly. The word slowly is an adverb. So the adverb slowly describes how the traffic was moving. So indicating the manner in which the action was performed. So adverbs are often found close to the verb. So they are describing in the sentence. So the verb in the sentence is moving. So di ba magkalapit lang si adverb at saka si verbs. Then as we observe sa sentence na ito, si adverb comes after the verb. Okay, so everybody read the types of adverbs. Manner. An adverb tells us how something is done or happens. Place. Adverb tells where something is done or happens. Time. An adverb tells us when something is done or happens. Frequency tells us how often something happens, and intensity gives information about how much. Adverb of manner tells us how something is done or happens. So, most adverbs of manner end in ly, such as badly, happily, sadly, slowly, and quickly, and others include well, hard, and fast. So, describe how an action is performed. So, adverb of manner add detail to verbs, showing us the way something is done. For example, the plane landed safely. So in the sentence, the plane landed safely, the word safely is an adverb because it describes how the plane landed, indicating the manner in which the action was carried out. So adverbs like safely provide additional information about the verb, specifying the way in which the action is performed. Okay, example number 2, she was driving carelessly. Okay, so in the sentence, she was driving carelessly, the word carelessly is an adverb because it describes how she was driving, indicating how the action was carried out. So adverbs like carelessly provide additional details about the verb, specifying how the action is performed. Okay, adverb of place tells us where something is done or happens. So adverbs of the place includes words such as above, below, there, outside, over here, here, under, and upstairs. Indicate the location where an action occurs. So they provide informations about the special context of the action, enriching the description which details about where something takes place. For example, the girls are playing upstairs. Okay, so in the sentence, the girls are playing upstairs. The word upstairs is an adverb because it describes where the girls are playing, indicating the location of the action. Adverb like upstairs provide additional information about the verb, specifying the place where the action is taking place. Example number 2. The dogs are playing outside. In this sentence, outside is the adverb of the place, indicating where the action playing is taking place. Adverb of time tells us when something is done or happens. So, adverbs of time include afterward, already, last month, now, soon, then, and yesterday, indicating when an action takes place. So they provide information about the timing of events, helping to clarify the temporal aspect of the action being described. For example, the bus has already left. In the sentence, the bus has already left, the adverb already indicates that the action of the bus leaving occurred before a certain point in time. So it provides information on the timing of the departure, suggesting that it happened earlier than expected. Example number 2, we shall now begin to work. So in the sentence, we shall now begin to work, the adverb now indicates the specific time when the action of starting work will take place. So it signals that the commencement of work is happening now or immediately. Adverb of frequency tells us how often something is done or happens. So words used as adverbs of frequency include hardly, ever, nearly, never, often, rarely, seldom, sometimes, wisely, usually, and weakly. Tells us how often an action occurs. So they provide information about the regularity or repetitions of an event. Example, he always organizes shows. Okay, so in the sentence, he always organizes shows, the adverb always indicates the frequency with which he organizes shows, suggesting that it happens regularly or on every occasion. So it provides information about the consistency of his actions in organizing shows. Example number 2, I sometimes missed you. Okay, in the sentence, I sometimes missed you, the adverb sometimes indicates the frequency with which the speaker misses the other person. So, suggesting that it occurs occasionally or at intervals. So, it provides information about the irregularity of the feeling of missing the other person. Adverb of intensity gives information about how much. Adverbs of intensity can describe a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. So words of adverbs of intensity are almost, much, quite, so, to, and very. So tells us how much or to what degree something happens. So they add information about the strength or level of an action or quality. For example, I am almost finished with my homework. Okay, so I am almost finished with my homework. The adverb almost indicates that the completion of the homework is close to being done but not fully complete. So it provides information about the progress made in finishing the homework assignment. Example number 2, it was quite impressive. Okay, so in the sentence, it was quite impressive, the adverb quite emphasizes the degree of impressiveness, suggesting that the level of impressiveness was significant or notable. So it provides information, or it provides additional details about the extent to which something was impressive. Okay? So question. None? Very good. Okay, so what is an adverb? Okay, very good. So adverb is a part of speech that modifies a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. What are the types of adverbs? Okay, very good again. So the types of adverbs are adverb of manner, adverb of place, adverb of time, adverb of frequency, and adverb of intensity. Good job, everyone. Next, what is the importance of adverbs in sentence construction? Okay, thank you. So adverbs play a crucial role in sentence construction by adding deep detail and specificity. So they modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs, providing information about how, when, where, or to what extent an action or quality occurs. So making sentences more descriptive and informative. Okay, so for your activity, I will give you a piece of paper. So your task is to make a table on the adverb of manner, time, place, frequency, and intensity. So I will dictate the word twice, and your mission is to write it on the paper in its proper column. So after that, I will check your answers. After checking, your task again is to select one word in every type of adverb and use it in a sentence. Okay, so as a student, what is the importance of adverbs in your personal life and as an ALS learner? Okay, so very good. Okay, so adverbs are important, yeah, in our personal life because adverbs allow us to communicate more precisely and engagingly. So as an ALS learner, adverbs are crucial for improving your reading comprehension and writing skills. So enabling you to understand and express yourself more effectively. Okay. Next, how important are manner, place, time, frequency, and intensity to you? Okay, so very good, no? So understanding manner, place, time, frequency, and intensity is vital for you to fully comprehend the meaning of sentences and express yourself accurately. So these elements conveyed through adverbs allow you to paint a complete picture with your words, making your communication clear and impactful. Okay, so good job, everyone. Okay, so are there any question? Okay, none. So let's have an activity. Okay, so test 1. Direction. Identify the types of adverb. Write M for manner, P for place, T for time, F for frequency, and I for intensity. On the line before the number, write the type of adverb used. Okay, for test 2, read the sentences there carefully. So box the adverb in each sentence. Then for test 2B, direction, use the chart below. Give one example of every type of adverb. Choose and use it in a sentence. Okay, so question. Okay, none. So start answering the test. For your project, the learners will be given a picture, so they are tasked to create a story based on the given picture with the use of types of adverbs. So they will be graded with the use of rubrics. Okay, for the rubrics, criteria, appropriateness of using adverbs words, 5 points. Grammar and spelling, 5 points. Sentence structure, 5 points. Neatness, 5 points. Creativity in making story, 5 points. And appropriateness of the story of two given picture, 5 points. So a total of 30 points. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Albert Einstein. Don't forget to making your diary. God bless you, mga kaals. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye.